Welcome back to Power Rangers Playback, everybody.
Yes, it's been a moment, hasn't it, Katerina?
Yes, we haven't done a live in a little bit.
Yeah,
It was time. It was time. And we have the time was like creeping up, and we were like, we have a great guest. Let's ask our buddy today. I'm not going to reveal yet.
Yes. So I was talking to him, and I was like, Jack, why can't you do our show? Because you've denied us. And then he explained to me why. And I was like, okay, yay. So we have him today. Yay.
Yay.
What a liar. She put me against the wall and morphed into her costume and was like, hey, are you going to do my show or what? I was like, all right. Chill out.
Take it easy, Nakia.
Right?
That's exactly what happened. I jumped on him, tackled him, and was like, you're going to do our show.
How are you guys? Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's such an honor to have you. And we've had a couple of your castmates on. We've had Jessica and Allison. And did we have we had anyone else? No, that's it. Just Jessica and Allison.
No, Philip or Anne-Marie.
Philip, no.
Okay, you got to get them on the show after me if I do okay at least.
Yes. I'm sure you'll do great. So,
if I talk, you'll be like, oh, Wild Force, never again.
So, Jack, what have you been up to? What can you share with everybody? How's life been? What are you working on? What's going on?
Sure. God, I don't even know if you guys know the whole thing. I, in 21, when COVID hit, I completely retired from acting. I just left to Florida and I moved out there. I had some property there, so I wanted to be close to family. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So I basically was there for 2 years. But during those 2 years, I realized that in order for me to stay retired, I had to not eat and not work, not, drive anywhere or turn on lights. So I was like, dang, I got to get a job, like I can't just sit around.
Right.
So I got a job at the airport in Tampa. I was fueling planes, and man, what a fun job. It was awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And, my dad was a pilot and my mom was a stewardess. So just kind of brought a lot of good memories. It's like a family.
Yes. Oh, wow. So is that what you're still doing now?
No, not at all.
No.
I did it for 3 months. I had to get certified by all these. It was awesome. The experience was great. But then when you're getting paid $11 an hour, it's tough because, I couldn't pay my bills with that. So I was like, man, I'm still wasting my money. So like, why am I working like a dog here? And just the treatment was rough. Obviously us being actors, we're not used to being treated like that all the time, where like you barely clocked in and they're like, hey, come on, let's go, get to your car and go in there. It's like, bro, hold up, I want to say hi to people, But so then I quit. I went I left that job. I was like, thanks guys, but this is no good. And then I got a job at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. And that was a beautiful job. I did that. It was called SPD, which is a sterile processing department, which is kind of nasty. It's after the operations. Basically, all the stuff or the tools that you reuse come down in this elevator, full of all that stuff. And you have to clean everything. And then you send it through these machines and build the tray back up for the doctor. But again, kind of same thing where I'm like, dude, I'm building trays for these guys that are making millions and you're paying me again, $12, $13 an hour? Come on, man. So same kind of thing, even though I did stay there for a year, But after the year, actually, thanks to, I was at Ranger Stop and I was talking to, just a couple of people and everyone was like, Jack, are you not acting anymore? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm kind of done with it, man. And they're like, bro, why? If you were working all the time, like you're doing what we wanted. And I was like, it's just, I don't know, man. And these whole audition things on the phone, I hate it. But so then, it just kind of started working in my mind. And then someone mentioned that here, Atlanta, that there was a lot of work here in Atlanta. And I started thinking like, man, this is, and then when you guys, thanks to you guys, obviously bringing me out to Ranger Stop and Pop Atlanta, I came out here and I was like, damn, let me just see. And I ended up, selling my stuff in Florida and I got, I bought a place here and now I've been kind of just chilling. So I don't have anything that I'm working on. My agent or my manager, they don't even know that I'm thinking of coming back yet. But I do want to. There's an agency here called the People Store, and I'm interested in them. But they're like a beautiful girl. They just won't give me the time of day. So And it's kind of hard because, man, I'm putting a little gem in that. It's not like I'm some guy looking for, I've worked for 20 something years, pretty
Right.
steady.
Yeah.
So, but again, I think I understand. It's just, I'm sure they get a million phone calls like me. So I'm going to try one more time. And if not, then yeah, I'm going to call my manager out in LA, which is Entertainment Lab, which they're phenomenal. I love them. And they put me to work. So I might just tell them, hey, man, let's just do this. I just want to do stuff in Atlanta. Unless
Yeah.
obviously, production flies me out to wherever.
Yeah.
But that's the plan. Sorry, God, I just took up half the show. Let's go. You guys tell me something.
No, I love how honest you are. People think actors just, they just jump into the next job and everything's peachy, and it's real. Like, people have to support themselves. And during the pandemic and then the strike, there's been a lot of actors that are really struggling.
Sure.
And struggling with the way the industry has changed. There's less work available. The audition process, like you were just saying, going from being camera, like recording at home, and not being able to show your personality in the room, that's a big deal. Like, that's hard.
Huge. For me, that's huge.
So, yeah.
Because of the type of actor that I am.
Yeah.
That's where I kill it. I go in there and I don't like depending on people. So now I hate the fact that I got to find the reader, and then it came to the point where I'm taught my grandma, who doesn't even speak English, is trying to read for me. Like, what kind of an audition?
You're like, what the heck?
So yeah, no, but yeah, and I that's something I try and tell people, when I'm doing these interviews, that, like, man, I don't know what it is about actors that it's like they're ashamed to say, hey, nothing is going on. It's crickets right now. Everyone is always, oh no, I'm doing this, and I'm working on these you can't. I'm barely here sitting talking to you because I'm working on these and it's like, what? Like, bro, be honest. This is a hard business.
Yeah.
We don't work all the time. That's I mean, unless you're amazing. But even that, there's people who, for me, it was I think Kathy Bates is her name. She or that might be her name on the movie that I remember her from. But it's this lady who's won Academy Awards, and she said in an interview, like, man, I haven't worked in a year. And it's not because I haven't wanted to. And that kicked me in the stomach. I was like, how dare I sit here and like, well, why haven't I? Dude, there's people that have won Oscars that haven't worked. Shut your mouth and just keep working, move forward. So I'm excited. I'm excited, but scared.
Yeah.
I want to go back to you moving to Florida for COVID and then leaving. What made you decide that you wanted to leave the business? What was it that you were like, I'm done?
It was just that I had I booked like 3 or 4 things, doing the phone thing, the phone auditions, but it was just, the experience was horrible. So I was really, really upset. Then it was also where I got this great audition, and it was like, I don't know, 10 pages, 12 pages long. But by the time I was done with my audition, when I went to upload it, the file was too big. Yeah. And man, did that piss me off. I swear to you, that got me to the point that I was like, you know what, dude, now I have me concentrating on, I'm not a casting director. I'm not a director. I don't do the lighting. I don't, like, why the heck am I doing all that? Yeah. I just want to act. Let me just, give me my lines. Let me go in there and let me act, But I get it. It's like any other business. We have to evolve and all of that. So I kind of had to chew on that for a while, where, like, Jack. And then also, I'm not going to lie, having those regular jobs was awesome, because it was like, this is what's waiting for you out there. Would you rather take your time and do taped auditions, or do you want to go 9 to 5 and be there every day? Like, damn, I think I'll do the taped auditions. I'll learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, like you guys know, this platform that we've been given by whoever, man, because I respect what everybody believes, and if we've been put here for a reason. And when I think, like, God, man, I'm this little Colombian kid that my grandma used to clean clothes in a river in Colombia. It's like, and now I'm here acting with, Halle Berry, like, huge names. And it's like, nah, man, I got to continue this. I can't just give this up.
Being grateful. Well, maybe that's what the purpose God took you out of it to show you, so you could come back refreshed and ready. Like, you sound like you're pumped up now,
It's funny because in LA, that used to happen to me a lot, Catherine, a lot, where, man, I would be like, man, you know what? I miss my family, bro. I'm done with this. Like, it's just, I don't have kids. I don't have I'm not married or anything. So and it was that moment of like, I think I'm going to go get a regular job, and as soon as I even start to speak that, then I get an audition and I book it, and then I'm 4 months shooting somewhere, and it's like, oh yeah, this is what I
Yeah,
love to do.
reminded.
So now it's kind of where, I don't know, I took the actual step and I walked away this time. And for 2 years, I walked
Mm.
away, where I told my agent, I said, bro, do not call me. Don't call me for anything. You know what I mean? And then they were like, man, but I was like, no. And then now it's kind of like, yeah, I feel almost like I'm like a dog now with my head between my tail, and I got to come back and go, sorry, this business is amazing. I want back in, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a,
Yeah.
it's a reality check. I mean, seeing that, Kat and I both experienced that right after Power Rangers. And then
Mhm.
even, for 15 years, I was a substitute teacher in between jobs. Like God would bless me with work, but I was still substitute teaching because I didn't have
Okay.
any consistent. And that's the
And
reality.
medical benefits for
Yeah,
your family, you know?
Oh, well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
another thing for
that
sure.
people don't like to talk about, like you both mentioned. Like Jack, I love that. Was one of many things that I really love about you is you're real and honest.
Yeah.
And in this industry, there's a lot of non-honest people and you're right. We'll be sitting on panels. I've been on many panels where people want to talk about all of the things that they're doing but really not doing. They want to tell the fans that, yes, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. And we just kind of look over, we're like, oh my gosh, why are they lying? Like, why?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I
I
know
mean,
what you're doing. You ain't doing all that.
yeah, it's a hard business, man. It's
It is.
hard.
Well, don't you feel like part of that too is that as actors, you are a salesperson of yourself, so you're trying to sell yourself. And I think people feel like because they don't have that momentum. I know I've been guilty of that myself. Is like you don't have anything to share, so you feel like you have to share something. Like
Sure.
I'm like, well, I'm a mom, and Nakia's like, why are you saying it like that? Like that's a really important job, and I'm like, yeah, it is. Hey. um so but I think people feel that they're not worthy, or they're going to be seen differently if they admit that they are not like doing another project.
Sure, sure.
But it's just the acting industry is such a small percentage of people work consistently. It's very small percentage.
Yeah.
So you've got to support yourself. What the heck.
Well, that's actually one of the statistics that I've heard. I don't even know if it's 100% correct, but I heard that made me so proud. What you just said, that I think it's only either 3 or 7% of
Yeah.
actors in the world are
Yeah.
working actors. And I
Yes.
honestly can say that I've been that for years, many years. Thank God, broke,
Mm-hmm.
but a working actor. I didn't have to get any
Yes.
other job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that was something that I
Yes.
felt like, wow, man, that out of, again, this little Colombian kid here doing that, it was like, what? Bro, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So were you born in Colombia, or were you born
Yeah.
here? You were
No, I
born in
was born in
Colombia. How
Colombia.
old were you when you moved here?
I was 5.
5.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my father was a pilot and my mom was a stewardess, but they had an
Yes.
affair. And that's how I came around.
Ooh, scandal.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why you're
So
such a little lover, because you came from something spicy.
it's funny because I swear to God, I tell people that all the time. Sometimes when I mention to people and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, and I'm like, actually, if you only knew, man, like for me, that's why I think I am like that, because I used to see my parents like teenagers, like,
No.
grabbing each other's butt and laughing. And my dad would show up at 3 in the morning with a guitar outside, serenading my mom.
Oh
That's the
gosh.
love that I saw.
Romance. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why, to me, and nothing against marriage, because God, it's beautiful too. But when it becomes so monotonous that I've seen, that it's that, hi, honey. Yeah, it's fine. It's like, wow, dude, if you're there, like that kind of sucks. I want to be where, hey, go away, let me miss you. And when you come, it's that, oh my God, I just want to grab you and hug you and tell you how much I missed you. And I don't know, maybe that's why I'm not married. I need that cycle of, I need to miss. If you're not missed, then it just starts to get boring for me.
Or maybe you just haven't found the right woman.
The right person.
Yes, that
Mhm.
too. That true.
Because I think that things change. Like we always have this idea of what it's supposed to be or whatever. And I have seen lives changed when people meet their
Yes.
person. And
Very
it's
true.
like, you just want to be with them all the
Correct.
time. you know?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we had a couple of questions from our channel members. These are
Let's
our
go.
platinum members. So John asked, if you could change anything about your character and do it over, what would it be?
That I could be more on screen.
That
I
is
hate the fact that I'm barely in every episode. It's like they gave
really,
me bits. Yeah, they gave me
Oh,
bits
really?
until my episode, which is 2 episodes, I think, and then they were all about me, so that was awesome. But I
who was
just felt,
who was the main focus in your season?
I want to say Ricardo, probably the Red Ranger.
Oh,
Usually, I mean, obviously they gave us all, but him was mostly, and I feel that that's usually how it is. I don't know. I've never watched any other series.
yeah. No, it's true. I felt like that too in my
Oh,
season.
okay.
The episodes that centered around me, I say the same thing. I'm like, well, I loved Zio because Tanya had more storylines. Turbo, it was like, I remember Johnny and I would talk about being the background rangers. We were like, right, that's how we felt, So
But
I
I'll tell you, something that did make me feel a lot better was the fact that the show already comes a certain way from Japan. So I was like, oh, okay. It's not that they don't like my acting. It's just that's how it came.
Right.
So
That's
it's
the
like, okay,
focus of the
cool.
Sentai.
As long as
Yeah.
you like my acting, that's all I care about.
All
Yeah.
right. Kenneth said, have you seen any of your Super Sentai? Did you any of your Super Sentai series? Okay.
No,
I
never
know
watched.
we haven't either. We get asked that question all the time, and that's something I'd eventually want to do. But David asks, is there anything in your life outside of Power Rangers that you would like to change? If you could go back in the past, outside of Power Rangers, because they already asked the Power Ranger question, is there anything that you would change?
I mean, I think it's something that I still, if we're being honest here, I've something that I still haven't been able to change or battle or succumb, something like that. I don't know what the correct word would be. Is just that for me personally, when I'm doing good and I'm working and things are great and I have money in the bank, man, I give off this energy that it's incredible. People literally stop me on the street and are like, Jack. I mean, well, not Jack, but they're like, hey, I just wanted to say hi to you, man. Like, there's just something about you, and when I'm not doing well and I'm not working or I feel that I don't have money in the bank, I don't give that off. And I would like to learn to somehow balance that a little better and not be so not about the money, because obviously I'm not about the money, but in my mind it's those are the things that hinder me as a person, and it's something at almost 50 years old and I haven't been able to overcome. So that's something that bothers the heck out of me. Yeah.
So it's just being comfortable where God has you. That's what it is. It's being comfortable with having money and not having money, and just being comfortable with
You
with
are.
yeah. And
Yeah,
I get that. I
it's
think
tough.
yeah, no, I think we all have moments of struggling with
Yeah.
things like that for sure.
Yeah.
I love that. See, that's why I love you, Jack, because you're just so freaking honest. I can just
Love you guys. Thank you.
Two more
Like
questions.
I was telling everybody before we started recording, I feel like the freshman that got invited to the prom by the two hot girls. It's like, yeah. But go. What's the next question?
Thank you. David said, is there anything in your life outside of oh no, that was David's question. Last question. Do you have any comedy moments that you'd like to share from anything that happened behind the scenes? And what was your relationship with the cast?
Well, the one thing that I always tell, and it's what fans seem to find so hilarious, is that, and still nobody on Wild Force has, said that they did it. So now I'm either crazy or I don't know, but it's that they put Icy Hot inside my spandex when we had to wear it. And so obviously I was like, dude, what is this? Like, I feel this heat, and then all of us this like this cold, and I was like, guys, something's not right here. But and nobody said, so it's still to this day, no one says, oh, I don't remember that. And I'm like, well, I do. But that would be the funny moment. And the other thing was what? Sorry?
What was your relationship with your cast?
Oh, awesome, man. Awesome. For me, again, a little note that some people know, some might not, is that there was already a Black Ranger cast already. The cast was already put together. And when they were doing martial arts training and all that, I guess the guy was messing around, or I don't know. I wasn't there, but obviously he was doing something that production didn't like. So they fired him. and then they recast it, and that's how I came about, So
Yeah, Allison told us that, I think, and she's like,
okay.
we were so grateful to get Jack. She's like, no offense to the other guy, but we just love Jack.
Yeah, no, and see, and
Yeah.
that's why with them, everyone, all of them, from the second that I walked in there, man, they were just so welcoming and hey, man.
No.
So yeah, they were awesome. I still till today, I love them all, man.
Yeah.
I enjoy
Good
when
people.
we get together. Yes.
You brought up a very good point that that people need to know. When you are blessed with a role, until you're actually filming it and you see it on screen, you can be replaced.
Oh,
It's so fickle in this industry. I remember I've heard of table reads, people getting fired after a table read. Like you go there and you think you have your job, and you go there and you're not even reading your lines properly, you're out. Actually, it was from your cast, Philip. Okay,
yeah.
so this is funny. Philip's wife,
Okay.
I didn't know her at the time. We were both cast for Smart Guy.
Okay.
Back in the 90s. We were love interest to the two, to Jason Weaver and Omar Gooding.
Okay.
And so we did, with sitcoms, you film, you do rehearsal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You do it in front of the network, the producers. So we went through the whole rehearsal, and then we had to do it for, I think it was the network the first day, it was either the network or the producers. So we went through the whole thing with the producers. The next day, we had gotten along so well too. The next day I get there, and we had opened up our air wall so that we could see each other. And my air wall was open, and I go into my dressing room, and there's a new girl.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, hi. Where is, I don't remember Philip's wife's name, but where is Patrice? I'm gonna call her Patrice. And he was like, I don't know. I just know that I auditioned yesterday. So right after we had finished our rehearsal, they called casting and replaced her.
For sure.
I did not know any of that story. And I saw her with Philip years later at Power Morphicon. And she was like, I don't know if you remember me, but it's so funny. She ends up marrying a Power Ranger.
That's
Crazy.
That's such a small world.
No, yeah, it's amazing.
That's so crazy. Yeah, you're not promised the job to keep the job.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's funny about that is I learned that lesson really quick and really early. And back in, I think it was like 1998 or 97, something like that. Imagine it was, I went to do extra work on The Specialist. That was my first job ever with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh yeah.
And I sat down and as a background guy, and man, I remember me at that time. I don't even know, man. I wasn't even interested in acting yet. That was like the first thing that got me like, oh wow. And I'm seeing the camera there looking in my direction. So I'm like, dude, I'm all over this movie. So I tell these people, I'm telling everybody. I go back to college and I'm like, oh no, I'm in this movie, The Specialist. Bro, wait till you see it. It's like, you can't miss me. Oh my God. Everyone went, of course I went to the theater and everyone was like, boo, Jack, you're not in this sucks. I was so embarrassed. So yeah, I don't tell people until it's out.
That is hilarious.
Like, I'm good.
That's so true. I stopped doing that too. I stopped telling people that I was in things until I actually saw it because I was cut out. I did a movie with John Travolta's wife, Priscilla Presley.
Mm-hmm.
And, Kelly Preston.
Thank you. I said Priscilla Presley.
Priscilla Presley is married to Elvis. He died many years ago. It was a tragedy.
Jack Frost.
He's still alive.
Jack Frost drove all the way up north. It was a very small role, but they cut me out. And so I was like so embarrassed. You tell people that you're in something and they're like, oh, I didn't see you in it. And then you're like, oh, never mind. I mean, I still get checks to this day because they paid me for it.
Exactly.
But
no, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, crazy. All right, we have some super chats, right? Alexis
Cardosa.
I am here, I think. What day is it? By the way, I just want to say that to anyone watching right now, Jack is the person you're seeing. So when you meet Jack, that's not a character. That's not for the camera. That's not for the people. He is this person. I'm very fortunate to not only had him on the RSP Lounge on here, but I also got to talk to him, had great conversations with him, broke bread with him. The man invited us to his home to check it out. It was a beautiful thing. I mean, the guy is who he is, plain and simple.
Yeah.
And a Latino, I gotta stand up for my Latinos too. You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't get invited to your house. What the
It
heck?
No,
guys-
Thanks,
I've
Jack.
seen Nakia's resort. My house, she'd think it's a pantry if I invited her here. She'd be like, "Oh, Jack, you live in a pantry. How cool. I'll be leaving now. I'm back in my resort in California." Yeah.
You could have still stop that. Never.
His living room does have a really amazing freaking view, like out the front. So I could
The
gotta
view
say
is nice.
that.
I'll say
Yeah.
that. The view's what did it for me. I'm on the 23rd floor and I see like downtown Atlanta.
Oh, that's
Beautiful,
pretty.
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right,
Lucky.
I'll start off with this one right here. It's a little it's I don't know why it's so
You can't
pink,
really
but I can
read
still
it.
read
It's so
it. It's
pink.
coming from Kenya Padilla, 50 MX, which means Mexican
Super
from
chat.
Mexico. Super chat, raise your hands up.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Greetings from Mexico. Jack, arriba Colombia, parce. Can you send a shout out? You can send a greeting to our Spanish speaking fans at Ranger Girls MX, Mexico.
Gracias, Rangers Girls MX. Thank you so much. Qué rico, qué placer estar, que estén aquí viendo. Tan lindas. Siempre me acuerdo de los trajes. Un besote y las quiero mucho. Ojalá pueda verlas en México. Muy amables.
Viva la Mexico.
Muy bien.
Muy bien. Gracias.
We got to teach Catherine this.
We do.
Viva Mexico, not la.
Viva.
Oh,
Because then you sound like a typical gringa. You can't say
Yeah.
Viva la Mexico. It's like saying.
listen, Australia
live the
is very
United
far.
States. It's like saying,
Australia
live
is
the
very
United
far
States.
from Mexico.
You got to give it up to her, though.
Forgive me.
Australia is very far,
No, you're
and
good.
she's speaking the language, which is insane.
I'm trying. I should get a little bit of a star for trying.
Yeah.
You
Viva
do.
Mexico,
You got a
you nailed it.
superstar. Yes.
Viva Mexico.
That's it.
There
Perfect.
you go.
Good accent. and everything.
Gracias.
Just coming
Show
in
off.
from
Now
David.
she's bringing out everything.
Hey Jack, Philip. Hey Jack, Philip Jean Marie is doing. Huh? I think.
What is
How-
he doing?
Hey
Jack.
Jack,
How
Philip.
How is Jack
How
Philip
is-
John Marie doing?
How is he doing? Maybe he's asking.
He's doing
him.
great, man. Yeah, he's
Okay.
in Los Angeles, brother. He's got his
Oh.
family, his beautiful kids. He's doing really good, man. Thanks for asking.
Aw.
Perfect.
Oh, you know what, Alex? I forgot
Yeah.
one question. Sean was our very first question. Sean wanted to know, how is life going with you, Jack?
Oh, with me.
Yes. How is your life? Like, I know you talked a lot about it. How is your life now in this moment? How are you?
It's interesting, man. I'm about to be 50 years old. I'm in a new city. I don't know anything here. I don't know anybody here. The whole strike was happening when I came here. So my strong point was acting and that. But I don't know, man. I feel like I guess I booked power. I was acting when I was 25, 27. And now being 50, it's just different, man. So it's kind of scary, but excited at the same time. But definitely feeling powerful, bro. That with whatever that I brought from LA as far as my resume and my, the jobs that I've been in, I feel pretty damn good that I'm going to be all right here, bro.
I love it.
I
Love
love
it.
that. Yeah.
We're also going to be 50 this year. So
Yeah.
The 50
Amen.
Club, baby. Let's go.
half a century, 50 and fabulous.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Amen.
You know what's crazy? And I'm pretty sure a lot of fans have told you this. In my eyes, and I'm pretty sure in others, you guys are still those people we saw on television. You haven't aged, you haven't and it's incredible for us, or even me, because I work with you guys. It's just seeing you and talking to you and being able to send you a text. I'm like, I say this every time. I tell everyone, I'm like, who am I? Like, why am I even talking to them? Right? Like, this is so cool. I'm a child. This was coming from Wanda Santana. Hello, Cat and Nakia, and hello, Jack.
Hey, Wanda.
Here we go. David sends another one. Hey, Jack, since there wasn't a Black Ranger in Time Force, how was it working with Kevin Kleinberg, Aaron Cahill, and the rest of the Time Force cast?
They were phenomenal, brother. They for us it was kind of cool because we had just started out the show, so we kind of felt like, oh, cool, they can give us some insight on how things that we may need or whatever. And as the years have gone on, I just have tremendous respect for Erin Cahill because I've seen her resume. I've worked with her. I was lucky enough to do a pilot with her, and
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
she's a killer. That girl's amazing.
Yeah.
Uh, and just a cool crew, man. I always say that it's kind of weird. Power Rangers each season is kind of like a high school clique, and some click and some don't, and you get along and you do and you don't, and some you just put up with. But for us, man, awesome. I just think they were cool. They, as we've grown up, I don't really know them much. I don't see them that much. But yeah, they're all awesome, man. Kevin Kleinberg was awesome. I love the guy. He was Michael Copan. I see him quite a bit, and then Erin Cahill, man, just have so much respect for her.
No. Yeah, she's lives here in Nashville with me.
Oh, nice.
So
okay.
I see her all the time when
Yeah.
she's here. She's kind of flitting around all over the place, but
Awesome,
And it's cool because if you guys go to the show to Ranger Stop and Pop in Atlanta in June, you'll be able to
shameless plug.
Shameless plug, friends. I do this. I'm a professional at this. You can see that mentality of like what Jack just said about like a high school reunion type of feel, even if you haven't seen each other in a very long time since the last convention or whatnot. Man, that moment is perfect in time.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's true, and it's like an instant family, instant love when you meet each other. Just it's really interesting how that happens. Even with the newer kids when they come in, it's like you immediately embrace them as part of the family, and it's really sweet.
And we have so many things in our family, don't we, guys?
Oh, we have every personality. We have personality. We have defects. We have crimes.
We're saluting the police as we speak. I mean,
oh goodness.
I may or may not have video of anything. This next one coming up is from George Oang. Hello, Jack. Any funny moments on set while shooting the Wild Force and Time Force team up?
Yes. Actually, it's funny you asked that, man, because there is a hilarious moment with Michael Copan that he was like, I think we needed to wrap him early because he had to jump on a plane. So he was being a diva, bro, to be honest with you. So we're all there working, and they have us in this factory, and I don't know where the heck, and the scene is like we're doing this shootout and we're jumping. Like, bro, it was a lot of stuff, So then all of a sudden we do all these things and they cut, and then Copan is like, hey, guys, can we just remember, like, I got to get on this plane? And we were like, bro, we're trying. Like, what the hell? We didn't cut because of us. You know what I mean? So then finally, just, I don't know, I guess I was just tired, man. We did another one, and then they yelled, cut. And I go, yeah, bro, let's go, because Copan's got to get on that plane. But, and bro, everybody lost it laughing. And for me, that was an awesome moment. They probably hated it, but I loved it. For me, it was awesome.
It's keeping it real with Jack Guzman.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Guzman.
Yeah.
Is it Guzman or Guzman? I don't want to butcher your name.
It's all right, whatever. I'm not one of those guys that cares.
I don't want to. I just said Viva la Mexico. You have to correct me.
No, because I wanted you to sound amazing. Next time you go Viva Mexico, they'll be like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
that one you could offend a whole country with Guzman.
I know. I would never want to do that.
No, but it's Guzman or Guzman. Guzman is how you say it with the little
I like that.
accent on the A.
Guzman.
Guzman.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Joaquin Guzman, like Guzman. El Chapo.
Okay.
Yes.
El Chapo. Yes, of course. I do.
Same name as me, Joaquin Guzman.
Guzman. Okay.
Yeah.
Joaquin Guzman.
Okay.
All right.
This next one again is from David. Hey, Jack. What I like about your season is that there were 2 Latino Rangers, you and Ricardo Medina.
Nice.
We didn't have any Latino representation since Roger left.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I like that.
Well, no, I mean, again, man, I've heard that a lot. That was something that a lot of people obviously came up to me and always would tell me. Of course, me being Colombian, super proud of that, and for Latinos all over the place or Hispanics, But again, man, at the end of the day, I tell people, bro, be be you and be big. Who cares what race or what color you are, bro? Just do good. You know, I don't want to
Sure.
be the best actor that's Latino or the best actor that's black or the best. Bro, forget. I want to be the best. That's it.
Yes,
That's it, you know?
amen. I
So,
love
like
it.
that.
but I get what
Yes.
he's saying, bro. And of course, I understand and thank you. And of course, it makes me feel wonderful that I guess what it is for me, bro, is that when I was a kid and I had toys, I wasn't that kid that would look at a white toy or a black toy and be like, oh, this is not Latino. No, bro, I was in my world playing. It was whatever
Sure.
toy that was, you know? So I don't see life like that, bro. So for me,
Mm.
super proud if a little Latino kid looks at me and is like, damn, I can be like that, then awesome. But
Yeah.
if a white kid or a black kid or whatever the hell kid looks at me and is like, bro, I want to be like that, cool too. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I understand this question. And yes, that bottom line, thank you. And yeah, it makes me feel good at the end of the day, of course.
Love it.
I love that. Now this next question also from David. You answered it already in the beginning when you were talking about what happens in life and being an actor. But hey, Jack, is it true that Power Rangers actors aren't rich?
That we are not rich? You're 100%. You nailed
Yes.
it, brother.
You were
Nailed
talking
it.
about that in the beginning, so I think that's
Nah,
why
man.
they threw it.
To be honest with you, I don't know about overall. I'm sure there's some that have gone on and done well for themselves. I don't know if it's acting or not.
Yeah.
But again, like I tell people, I'm always pretty upfront, man. I've never hid what I make or what I have. I don't care. And for me, I always say when we worked, I think we made $120,000 or $150,000 for all the episodes. And
Sure.
for me, it was amazing. Imagine I went from being an extra making $25,000 a year to 150. It was awesome. Hell yeah, that was fun.
You made more than I did on Power Rangers.
Oh my God, here we go.
Yeah, no, because you guys weren't union, right?
Yeah,
non-union. Yeah,
Yeah,
non-union.
no, we were super lucky. Super lucky.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Super lucky. Life changing, bro. And still, that even what I say till now is, with these ranger stops and these conventions and all that, sometimes I still go to those things and that helps me pay my rent. So phenomenal. You know what I mean? Amazing, bro. This is the goose that keeps on giving.
Oh,
I feel bad because I've never seen any other series of Power Rangers because I was too cool for it when I was already, like in high school or whatever. But and that's another little thing for you girls that in my audition, imagine Jonathan and all of the other people in the room asked me, "Oh, have you ever seen Power Rangers?" And I was like, I think I saw one episode in Colombia once, and it just sucks. Like the monsters. And they looked at me like, what? And that night at 8:00 at night, I was supposed to get a phone call and I never got the phone call. So that's why I kept kicking myself going, oh my God, why did I say that? I should have never.
Too honest.
Yes, I am. But yeah, little fun fact.
They called you, it obviously was meant to be your role because they called you back.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Lafayette Williams was going to say, hi, Jack. How did it feel to play in Power Rangers Wild Force as the Black Ranger, the Iron Bison?
It was phenomenal. And for me as an actor, again, I always say that Power Rangers was my college. And I came from being an athlete. So, it's always that, I don't know nowadays, but back in my day, it was, part of the football team. You had to look good and I got to sit cool because I can't, God forbid, I look uncool for a second. So all of that jazz, So when I got Power Rangers, I had never acted really. Still to this day, I've never really taken acting classes and all of that. So it was amazing in the sense that it was the complete opposite of who I am as a person. I'm very and I'm very just rough, bro. You know what I mean? And Danny's very, hey guys, and shy, and so man, that taught me to play that complete opposite, and that was fun as heck.
That's awesome.
Plus, it taught me that, and I don't know if we have time, let me know and I'll tell you, but it's the scene where I remember specifically where it was like, bing, light of acting went off and I was like, oh, okay. And for me as an actor, the simple thing that was the switch was, this is a play world. Everyone here is playing. So if I act stupid, who cares? That for me cleared everything because always I would act, but it was,
right.
Yes, I'm acting.
Posturing.
And I would suck. That's why I never booked anything until finally I was like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. And from then, like you guys said, after Power Rangers, I think I talked to Alex about this when we did an interview, but after Power Rangers, like you guys, for 6 months, I didn't book a job. And I left Power Rangers thinking, oh, dude, Hollywood? I got this by you know what? I can do this all day long. This is easy.
He got
What
it
is
by the
everybody
bison.
talking about?
That's what he meant to say.
You know, I've been here 2 years and I've already booked a series regular, like the holy grail of acting. I'm like, dude, this is so easy.
Right.
What a slap in the face and in the gut and all of that. 6 months later, I couldn't book. But
Yeah.
I kind of had forgot that. And I went to, I lived in Hollywood and my audition was in Santa Monica. So that already alone, I was upset because, that's a 3-hour, 4-hour drive, just for the audition. Plus the audition was, we found the crate, sir. And I was like, dude, I just got off of a series regular and you're calling me to say these lines all the way for 4 hours. You can't toss me a bone, bro, and give me this job? No, Jack, they need to see you.
Right.
All right, let's go. So I'm driving and I'm whatever, man. And I show up and then I said, okay, you know what, though? If they're going to make me drive 4 hours, these 3 or 5 minutes that I'm in there are mine. 100%. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not going to kiss your butt. That's another thing. Everyone walks into the room. Hey, how are you? I was thinking about you and your kid. No, I don't care about you. Shut up. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? You want to give me the job and I want the job. I don't need to know about your kids and your husband, and let's just be quiet. Do what you got to do and I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
Oh my God.
So I stand by the door, and because I had a machine, supposedly I had a machine gun and I'm walking through this warehouse and I find the crate. And that's why I say that. And they wanted me to start on that X, which for me, for those 6 months, it was like a stone man on the X. Hi, my name is Jack, and I'm here for this and this audition, and I'm ready? Action. Hi, how are you? Will? Yeah, okay, cut. Take care. I was terrified because 6 months I was thinking, man, why am I not booking? What am I doing wrong? And then at that audition, I went to stand by the door, and of course, the casting director's like, oh, not all of them, because there's beautiful ones, but that one. Can you stand on the X, please? And I go, no, I want to stand back here. Thank God the director was there, man. And he goes, it's okay, let him stand there. So I stood where I wanted to, and then I came in like that, walking, looking, and then I stood on the X, and that's when I did. We found the crate, sir. Man, before I got home, I got the phone call. Hey, Jack, you booked it. And that just completely
Propelled
killed
you.
Just again, it was, and that's what I call them. For me, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. So I think just, it's like little light bulbs going off in your mind for me as far as acting, So in my life alone, just in life, every single day, right now, talking to you guys, I'm putting little tools in my toolbox. Because Jack is a pretty simple dude, I'm just who I am. So if you tell me to act, I can't act like Jack every time because then people are going to be like, bro, that's boring as hell. That guy sucks. We see Jack. Where now I go, ooh, hold on. I like how Cat is just paying attention like this. I would never do that. That's never me. I would never see it like that. That's uncomfortable to me. But now that I saw you do it, I'm like, damn, you know what? If I need to, I can maybe go, okay. Yeah, go ahead and keep talking to me. And that's a little tool that, thank you, I just stole from you. And that's my career. That's
Observing people's behavior. Yeah.
Everything. Even the homeless.
It's so true what you said about, I think I wish I'd known that in my 20s when I was auditioning, because there was such a, I've got to impress, I've got to make them, I've got to be the person they want me to be. There's like a lot of pressure and almost like a desperation that you give off when you have that. Sure. And I was like, going back as an adult, like as a almost 50-year-old, you don't care. Like, I'm like, I don't care if you like me or you don't like me, And I wish I'd had that in when I was auditioning so much and just didn't care and didn't take what people said about me so seriously. Just having a strong identity, I think it makes a huge difference. And that's why you've been so successful.
Thank you. But no, I think I struggled from the same thing, and it's tough. And I do want people to like me, deep down. I want people to like me. I love when I walk into a room and genuinely people want to say hello to me, or I say something and they laugh. Like that genuinity for me, if that's the word, I don't even know. But I love that. I love that. For me, I'd rather, like, I tell people that thing of especially at conventions, and not to say anything about us as a family, but I don't like, you either say hi to me all the time or don't say hi to me.
Right.
Right.
That thing where you say hi to me when you feel like it, not with Jack, brother. Not with Jack. I don't
You
care
and
who you
Nakia
are.
share that sentiment.
Yeah, no, either, because I can be having a terrible day, man. But if I see you, I want to have the, at least to
Yeah.
say, hey, what's up? Like, for
Yeah.
example, Justin Nemo in this last thing that, he was feeling sick and very and whatever. But bro, that
Yeah.
guy always at least, acknowledges
Yes.
you and says, hey, man,
He's
I'm
a
sick, right?
sweetheart.
Whatever. But
Yep.
that to me is true love. Not that
Yeah.
you see me sometime, hey, what's up? And then the next time you walk right by me like I'm just, and it's like,
Chopped
no,
liver.
I
Yeah.
don't play those games, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, we are
Yeah.
kindred spirits. I would
Kindred spirits.
rather not pretend to have a conversation with you just to have a conversation with you. If we don't get along, then we don't get along. We
Right.
don't play
And
nice.
it's okay. And it's okay. We're all actors. We can act, and we can be professionals and have fun together.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, I kind of went.
No, I thought that was beautiful. You have been on screen. I don't think people realize you have an extensive acting career as well, Jack.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who is if you can just name maybe your top two on screen outside of Power Rangers, some of the other shows you've been on that you've thoroughly enjoyed being a part of and you had the best experience?
Probably the only other two movies I've ever done that were worthwhile. Two movies. One was called End of the Spear, which, if you're a Christian person, you've probably seen that movie because it was such a hit in every church, the first 3 weeks that movie came out, it was sold out nationwide. It was amazing.
Wow.
But the problem was that one of the main actor, Chad Allen, who's a phenomenal actor and phenomenal person, but they found out that he's gay, and they were like, how can a gay person play a missionary? That's no way.
Oh, come on.
So
He's
it's like,
acting.
man, correct. But then the movie tanked. And not only did it tank after that, but then also Apocalypto from Mel Gibson came out like, I don't know, a month later. So it just killed it. But that movie, beautiful movie, man. I got to go to Panama for 4 months. I worked with Indians that had never seen, a television and things, like an incredible experience. If you guys get a chance, watch it. Beautiful movie, and the message is phenomenal. End of the Spear.
Okay.
It's on Peacock right now. If you get
Oh,
a
I
chance.
have
nice.
Peacock.
Even
Okay.
better.
Yeah, End
I
of
will
the
definitely
Spear.
watch that.
I swear,
Okay.
you guys, you too, because I know how you are. You will really enjoy the message. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Okay.
It's about the true story of in 1956 when the missionaries went to Ecuador to teach the Indians, basically about Jesus, and the Indians got them and killed them, and everyone thought that it was just because and it's a true story. So that's what made it awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So beautiful. Check it out if you guys get a chance. And then the other one is on the complete other spectrum, that we curse a lot and say all this, but it was such a fun movie. We were in New Orleans and we shot it, and there's a lot of huge stars in it. And it's called Walk of Fame. Just check that out that's free and it's on the internet. You don't even have to pay for that one. But yeah.
Do you have
a
favorite actor that you've worked with? Someone that you always wanted to work with, that just you were like, I cannot believe I'm working with this person.
Not really, but it was awesome to work with Halle Berry. Like, it was, oh my God, it was so crazy because,
You just stared at her. It was like,
she's so beautiful.
It's the opposite. Actually, that was funny because I was so, like, when it says a person like that, and I had such a small part that I am not that guy who go and talk to the actors like, hey, what's up? Like, no. I respect that. I know my place in the totem pole, So, but our scene was we were grabbing hands and I'm walking with her in this fair and I'm the security guard. So, like, she's sitting in her chair and I'm sitting in my chair, but nobody's really saying anything, and her assistants and stuff. And then the director's like, oh, Jack, come here. Here's meet Halle. And she's like, hey, I'm Halle Berry. And I'm like, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Like, hell yeah, I know who you are. And I was like, hey, I'm Jack, and she's like, oh, when we started talking a little bit, but then again, I gave her time and whatever, and I started moving away, and she was like, hey, come here, give me your hand. Don't we hold hands? And I was like, yeah. And then she goes, man, you got some pretty eyes. Then I was just like, damn. And, another crazy fun moment that I thought to myself, man, like I'm here working with this woman, and there are probably, I'm sure there's billionaires or millionaires out there that would pay $1 million to hold this lady's hand and do this scene just like I have to do here,
Yeah.
And that kind of makes me feel good sometimes, because it's like, man, we really are so lucky to do what we do. Like in that movie, imagine those Indians taught me how to survive for 2 weeks or longer in the jungle. They teach the astronauts. Those Indians that I worked with are the ones who teach the astronauts, in case they land in the middle of the jungle, how to survive.
That's amazing.
Wow. Yeah, so
that's amazing.
Imagine like first day when I'm with them in the jungle, because we had to stay with there two weeks. So first day I'm in the jungle, it's like, hey guys, like, bro, I'm kind of getting hungry. When do we get some food here or what? And the guy gives me these goggles and a spear, and he goes, bro, jump in the river and catch something. I was like, bro, it's my first day here. He's like, bro, you're hungry. Awesome experience. How the hell do you do that?
were these people that lived in the jungle? Like, were 100%. They tribal? Wow, 100%. That's incredible.
They're called the Embera tribe, but we shot in Panama because we had better access to the jungle, and then we worked with the Waodani Indians are the ones that the movie's about, Waodanis, but the Emberas are the ones who live in Panama, and those are the ones that we worked with. And again, you're going to see these Indians. Imagine they've never seen a TV, and that's why, to me, I'm so big on.
How do you communicate with them? Did they speak the language?
They only speak Waodani. Yeah.
Oh wow! So did you have an interpreter, or?
Yes, we had an interpreter. Okay. But the ones in Panama spoke Spanish, so that was a benefit.
Okay. To me. Yes. Yeah.
But
wow, that's incredible.
That's why I'm so like in awe of. And like why I tell people that sometimes, man, just your imagination alone, you can do it. Look, these guys have never been in a movie. They've never even seen a movie. And you wait till you see how good they act. Wow. That's why, to me, it's like, dude, you don't need classes and classes. It helps. Don't get me wrong. It helps, but again, like people get so caught up on what acting in, and it's like, bro, no, it's being natural.
Play.
Be you. Yeah, just play.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's all rooted in reality. Which makes you feel, you can always tell when people are acting. Like there's a series I'm watching right now. I was telling Kat about it. I won't say the name, but I was like, I love this storyline, but the husband in it is just like acting. Like you could tell he's like, everything's big.
Yes.
Dramatic.
That's not how we walk. That's not how we talk in real life. We don't go. I mean, unless you're upset, but it's true. It's so true.
I must know what this is.
Alex, are there any more super chats?
There's a few more, yes. So really quickly, this was from Wanda. She's saying greetings from work.
Sorry to cut you off, but I have more time if we need to, bro. We know we could do whatever you guys need.
Oh, thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
Hi, Wanda.
Yes, Wanda's at work. I have another one here. This one's from Christopher, who says, Jack, it was an honor to meet you at the RSP in Atlanta, 2023.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
This one's coming from Ben Hamilton. I know it's super crazy to read, but I have it here. In WF episode 3, A Crowd, the pilot is based off a Gigamon episode where Giga Blue competes for his love interest against his yuppie, from the halted punch to the fighting frenzy. Only one ranger gets his what does that say? Only one ranger gets his gal while the other one doesn't. I'm assuming they're talking about an episode that you were in? That we probably were talking about?
Maybe Sentai? Was he talking about Sentai maybe?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, maybe it's a Sentai counterpart or something. We didn't watch a lot of the Sentai. I mean, I haven't seen any of the Sentai other than this snippets they used in our episode. So I think that's pretty common amongst all of the seasons that we didn't really watch the Sentai series. Would you say that's accurate for you, Jack?
Yeah, no, I think that is definitely, and a lot of us haven't seen it. Some chose to. For me, I think personally, it was just I wasn't into it, but also I never wanted to be, looked at, or even for me to go, damn, Jack, you have to do or put myself in a box acting wise because of what they did over there. I never wanted to do that. I always wanted to do my own thing. Of course, where Koichi or Jonathan were directing us, but I mean, I wanted to make my own decisions, not be based on what I had seen, prior.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one's from George, and it's for Catherine. Hey, Catherine, I will be flying from OC to Nashville this weekend. Jack, have you ever been to Nashville?
No, but I'm dying to go. I hear beautiful things.
It's only a few hours from you. It's such a fun city.
Dude, you could drive there like in 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 hours away. It's such a fun city.
I've been in a car with Jack. That's why I say 3 hours.
It's really 4, but Jack drives a little on fast side.
Yeah, Jack kind of.
Yes.
That's it for our super chats on my end. I don't see anything extra on here. So yeah, we got a lot too. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you taking the time to send in all these super chats and
yeah, man. Thank you guys.
We have 2 fun questions left to ask you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Sorry I had to step away. We just had a family emergency, and I'm gonna have to rush out of here when I'm done. But if you had superpowers, what would they be and why?
Probably to be able to is it to when you travel from somewhere to somewhere?
Teleporting?
Yes. Yeah. I just hate
wasting time. That's my one. That's my one. If I could do anything, I'd want to teleport. You could go anywhere in the world. Like when I miss Nakia, I can just go and I'm there.
Or like sometimes you're at a party or you're somewhere and you're like, man, I wish I could just press a button and be home right now. And
yes.
You know what? I feel like that's coming. Like, who would have ever thought that we would be able to do this right now?
Yeah, right.
Time and see each other, and then you can send money automatically. Like, I feel like there's going to be something's going to happen where we're going to be able to teleport.
You're talking to
absolutely.
The wrong guy. Yeah. Imagine I used to watch what is it, Inspector Gadget?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to get so upset and say to the TV, God, like, why don't they make something more real? How can he talk into his watch? Like, how stupid is that? Let's make it more real. And look where we're at.
And then look at Power Rangers. Yep. Power Rangers, we invented the Apple Watch.
Yes. We did.
But yeah,
okay,
amazing.
my question for you is, if you could go back to your childhood self, what advice would you give little Jack? Little Joaquin Guzman.
Yes. Man, that everything's gonna be all right, just to keep doing it, just to not give up, because that's been the key for me, is just not to give up, because I'm not a good actor. I always say it's just I haven't given up, plus that I'm easy to get along with. And sometimes I tell people that, like, dude, if we got to be on set with you for 12 hours, 14 hours, you may be a better actor than me, but you're an ass. Nobody wants to hang out with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So they might say, Jack is not that good, but bro, for 12 hours, I'll deal with Jack. Come on, bro, you got it booked. So it's just a lot of things like that. And I think being grateful is my main thing. Just, again, man, I come from I wasn't supposed to be here, sort of, so it's amazing. And of course, there's a lot of negatives in my life. Don't think that, oh my God, everything is fine and I'm so yay. No, there's days that I don't want to get up from my bed and it sucks. I hate it, like I was telling you. And I wish I had money that I can do more things and do more things for people. But again, man, it's life. And if it was all sweet, it would suck. You got to have some hard times. That's what I think.
Yeah, it definitely makes you appreciate things, doesn't it? When you have struggles, it makes you appreciate the good things.
Correct.
And we have to go through those. It's really hard when you're in it, but when you reflect back, you're like, I understand why I had to experience that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we could sit here for another hour and I could touch on many things, but basically to what you said, it's just, I always wondered, like, damn, why do my sisters get my dad so much time and I don't, and just little things like that as a kid, but again, had an amazing mother, and the honesty. I think I was, 5-6 years old, and my dad was leaving, and I'm like, hey, Dad, where are you going? And my mom was like, Papi, your dad's going to his family's house. He's married. And my dad was like, what? But my mom is like, what the hell do you want me to tell him? I'm not going to lie to him, so that later he can think of me as, what a liar. That's why I don't believe in, that the stork comes and drops off the kid. No, dude, be honest. That kid's going to look at you one day and go, dude, that's not cool. You lied to me.
Yeah.
I don't care how you look at it. It may be good or bad, but he's going to look and go, you lied to me. At some point in your life, you lied. Where my mom was just, whether it hurts or not, dude, this is what you get because it's the truth.
Yeah.
And I love her for that.
You just brought up, and I have to laugh right now because I need just something to laugh for what just happened. But one of my friends, my friend Kathy, she has 2 boys and 1 girl. And when Kayla was little, you know, she believed in Santa Claus. Like, was like, when is Santa Claus coming with? And she has 2 older brothers. And so they're on their way driving, and she kept asking, when is Santa Claus coming, Mom? When is Santa Claus coming? And the brothers were so sick of it. And they looked at her and were like, Kayla, Santa Claus is dead.
Wow.
Damn. For anyone young listeners watching, he is not dead.
Yo, straight up.
Santa is real. If you believe.
I still believe in him.
Kayla was like, Santa is dead. And they're like, yes. It was just, oh my gosh. When they told the story.
Poor Kayla.
Wow.
When you tell the story, it's so funny that, you know, people grow up, you know, kids, the whole Santa. I was with my kids. But I know my mother-in-law wanted to, you know, the fantasy of, we're tracking Santa.
Of course. And, you know, and sometimes I tell people, too, is just now realizing that, too, is, you know, my father passed away when I was 20. That was, so I know that my mom had to be rough and be certain way with me because it was very easy for me to steer, you know, the wrong way. At that time, you know, the drugs in Colombia were rampant and people were making tons of money. And, you know, it's very easy for a young kid like me to see that and have gone, oh, hell yeah, that's the life I want. The nice cars, the house, the girls, the money. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So she knew she had to be that way with me, you know?
Well, God bless her. What an awesome lady.
Amazing.
Your story. I was just sharing it with my daughter-in-law earlier. I was literally just telling her about, because we were at a con years ago, and it was actually my birthday weekend. I don't know if you remember, with Allison. It was the 3 of us, and you shared your story, and I was just in awe about how your parents met, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's a movie in itself. Like
it really is, man. It really is. Not because it's my life or my parents or me, but it's just really the story. When people hear it, it's like, man,
let's write it. Let's make it. Write it.
Jack?
I told you, I'm just an actor, man. I just want my lines and I want to act. I have no interest in writing or directing, producing, none of that. I just want to get paid. Just pay me and let me act.
Okay.
Well, Nakia can produce it and you can be the lead.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. Let's go. I'll play my dad.
Yeah, there you go.
Jack, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys, man. Seriously, thank you. Love you guys, and thank you again for having me. I was so nervous to come on here because, again, you know, it's the cool girls calling you to. I was like, damn, am I
You're
gonna
way
get roasted
cooler
here?
than us. We are big nerds.
Yes, you never have to be nervous around us. And when we see you in Atlanta, got to give you another snuggle. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your heart and just being real. Like, I think that's lost this day and age when it comes to Hollywood, like there's not enough realness. So thank you.
No, my pleasure, ladies, and thank you. And Alex, thank you, Papi. Good to see you.
No, I got you, man. Bendición.
We'll see you at Paramorphicon, right?
Yes,
just
ma'am.
a couple of weeks.
And once again, man, thank you guys for pulling a rabbit out of the hat and then getting me to Ranger Stop Atlanta. I'm very thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jack.
Thanks to that, we're able to do this. I was able to pay for my cell phone, so.
Yeah, let's go.
That's how I look at life now. I can pay my cell phone. It's a Subway sandwich with guacamole on it. That's the way I look at paychecks.
Well, I'm glad that we could add to that.
Yes.
At RSP. Amen.
Awesome. So anytime you can have me there, let me know. All right, guys.
We appreciate you.
Bye.
Blessings.
I'm sorry if you're hearing a weird wheezing in the background. My dog has kennel cough, so I apologize to all of you listening.
And my asthma's pretty bad. It's acting up.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for your wonderful super chats and the chat over here to the right. Shout out to Don, smiley face. Hi, Don. Lafayette.
Shout out to Don for moderating the chat from the Nasties as well, helping me out.
Yes, thank you. it's always a bummer when that happens, but we appreciate you looking out.
Thank you. All right, guys. Until next time. Mwah.
Bye. See you next time.